welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The start of the weekend is upon us. It's Friday evening baseball on the show. It's the Seattle Mariners and the Toronto Blue Jays. Well, Siggy, today we get the pleasure of seeing one of the hottest bats in baseball. His consistency at the plate has been remarkable.
Yeah, Boog, one of the toughest outs in the league right now. Sit back and relax because this guy's about to put on a show.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just a little bit away from first pitch, on the hill and coming off a great start, Kevin Gausman.
Well, the key for him usually centers around his ability to command all four of his pitches. I mean, he can get by with three if one isn't working, but it becomes a little tougher to keep hitters guessing, especially when you start to get through the second and third time through the order. So we'll see how he incorporates all of his stuff into this one. This guy at the dish excels in two-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
Swung on, popped up on the infield. He makes the grab, and there's one away. And now we check out the Mariners lineup. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, J.P. Crawford.
Well, he's an important part of this lineup for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it, Boog. It's somebody that they try to feed off of. He does a lot of things, very well up there at the plate. He's got a presence about him, and he's a guy that you really kind of like to watch swing the bat.
Donovan Solano in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Next offering is in for a strike. Just missed.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Throws to first in time. 2 quick outs at the top of the first here tonight. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. And that one a little below the knees. Ball one. That's in there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Here's the catcher to hit, Cal Raleigh. Right through there for a strike.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Next offering is downstairs. And that one upstairs. That's down and in. A slider missed.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. One left for Seattle. Now the Blue Jays will get their chance. No score. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back now in Toronto. And towing the slab in this one, Bryce Miller. Chris, a sub-3 ERA for him a year ago.
Well, when your numbers are coming in under 3 as a starting pitcher that's going out there every 4th or 5th day, taking the ball, competing against really good big league hitters, it's extremely impressive. And you wonder what he figured out last year that he can carry into this season that can help him to maintain that number or even drop it lower. We'll see, but we know.
And it looks like trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And he'll make it safely for a leadoff double in the bottom of the first.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately. Working on a 5-game hitting streak.
That's outside. And that is ball one. Time asked for at the plate, and he gets it. That one fouled off. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. It falls in, and that's a knock. The throw in. It's off the mark, and he scores. And it's 1-0.
Comes through with the RBI. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Anthony Santander at the plate, leading the AL in batting average. Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. Home run number 15 on the year. It's 3-0. That's his third straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boom. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. Power versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
Here's George Springer. That's off the mark. 1-0. Singy, maybe some nerves getting the best of him in the first?
Well, it's hard to know exactly if it's nerves or not, but he just doesn't have it right now. Those hitters on the other side, they're going to say it's nerves and use that as a competitive edge to try to jump on him even more.
Nobody out with 3 runs in already this frame. You're in game 1 of this 3-game set. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. And it's fouled away. Checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. And he went around. Ruled to swing. Here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Fastball catches the corner at the knees. 1 out, base is empty. Look out!
First base.
And it hit him. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. Outside low, and that's ball 1. Clement with a homer in his last game. That clips a corner. Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike 2. Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it. He'll circle the bases. Second home run of the inning for him. And they add to their lead. It's 5-zip.
He's really seeing the ball well lately. Good things are going to happen when you're locked in like this. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Base is empty, 1 away. And now the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, clear game plan coming in this one. Be aggressive against this starter. Try to knock him out of this ball game, and it looks like they're on their way to doing that. Get into the bullpen a little bit early. Could be a great offensive day.
Cracks his bat and pops him up. And it's caught for the out. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. One guy leading the way offensively for this club right now, Anthony Santander.
Well, this guy's been hitting the ball out of the park. He's really making every at-bat count for something. An on-base percentage just under .500 over his last 10 games.
And there's a foul ball. 2 outs, base is empty. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Off the mark there. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Next offering misses down and away. Lined, and that's a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going. Miles Straw, the next to hit. Right through there for a strike.
Well, it's not the inning he was planning on to begin this start, but you've got to find a way to shake things off and give your team some length and put up some zeros.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Safe.
Miller checks over to first, and he's back. Fastball almost got him there.
Straighten him up a little bit.
To the right side, Polanco. The throw to first, inning over. Although plenty of damage done. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And the lead is now 5-0. You're watching Major League Baseball. New inning getting started. And here's the first baseman, Luke Raley. There's a strike.
I'm sure he likes the 5-0 lead and the run support, but he's sat around a lot since warming up in the pen, and you'd hate to see a guy not have his rhythm to go out there and have a great start.
And a pitch. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
5-run lead after their first at bat. That is huge at this point, but you've got to keep the attitude to keep your foot on the gas. Don't let that team back in this ball game. Cruise to the finish line, but do it with intention.
Varsho hauls it in, and there's one away. Now it's Randy Arozarena. Arozarena, 30 years old now, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Outside low. Now 1-2. That one just misses. Cut on and lifted in the air. Barker gets under it, nabs it, 2 away. 2 down, bases empty. And stepping in for the Mariners, Austin Shenton just missed. And that's in there at the knees. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Cut out and miss, struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nobody left for Seattle. Still looking at that. And we're back. Bottom of the second. Bo Bichette up to the dish. Miller back to work. And that one is lifted in the air. Arozarena in position. And there's 1 down.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Gets under and pops it up. Brings it in. 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays. He's already homered in this game. That missed by a lot, and it's 1-0. Gets to it with a slide. The throw. What a play. Inning over. Blue Jays go down in order, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers.
From the mud, I'm talking about the slums from a city where it's wicked, most people scared to come.
Happy birthday, Ben.
From the area was all about the funds, put my people on. Now it's the vision, everybody in competition.
Inside, just missed. Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul. Got him looking. That K is his third of the game.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
J.P. Crawford, the next to hit, takes ball one. Fastball for a strike. And the count even 1-1. Out to short. Slings it across. First two batters retired here in the top of the third. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Victor Robles. Liner, base hit. And that keeps the inning going. Here's Donovan Solano. In there, and it's 0-1. Robles runs. Next offering is fouled back. Robles off of first with 2 away. That one missed.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
This one in the air. Guerrero makes the grab. And that is that. Mariners leave one. It's 5-0. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. On the ground to the left. Tosses to first. One gone, bottom of the third inning. And here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. And a liner out into right center for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement. He's already homered here in this one. And that one is inside. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Emerson Hancock up and loosening in the pen. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Man at first, one away. One and two now.
Ball 2.
In the dirt, but kept close.
2-2 to count.
Just misses the mark outside the zone. And ball 4, 2 aboard. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Bryce Miller out of the game, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible. Emerson Hancock into the game.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
2 on, 1 out. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Next pitch is outside. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Went out.
Fastball is outside.
Count is 3-2.
And that'll load the bases.
First base.
Not the easiest thing when you're talking about a guy that's, perhaps is going to be in the rotation, maybe a long relief guy, to not start an inning, to come into an inning with pressure on it and try to get yourself comfortable.
Barger in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Kirk at third. Clement on second. Varsho at first. One gone. Lined, and that's a base hit. One run across. The throw to third.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Now a chance for Miles Straw. And that one fouled off. Two on, one out. And there's a ball. Now before the 1-1, time is called. Pickoff throw, and he's back in safely. Runner goes again. Pitching for a strike. Throw to second, and he's out.
Kind of a gamble right there. They're trying to stay out of the inning-ending double play possibility, but now 2 outs, and it gets a little tougher to drive in the run from third.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Robles squeezes it, and that will end the inning. They put 2 on the board with a couple of hits, no errors, and 1 left. 3 innings complete. Blue Jays 7 and the Mariners nothing. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. First pitch just misses.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
That one at the knees for a strike. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have 1 more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
That clips the corner. Nobody out. Runner at first. Outside low, and a count 1-2. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Next is the speedy first baseman, Luke Raley. Swing and a miss as he was late.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work.
Fired to second. Double play. And that'll do it for the inning. So they make short work of him there. On now to the bottom of the 4th. Blue Jays 7 and the Mariners nothing. Back here at Rogers Center, John Chambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Bo Bichette. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, these Blue Jays putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They were obviously able to run the starter out of the game in the 3rd, so they've set the table for a win, and now I'm sure they're thinking it's time to feast.
Ground ball left side. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. So if they're looking to feast, are you saying they've already got a plate but are looking to go back for seconds?
Yeah, I'd say something like that.
Up the middle, Crawford. Over to first, and Guerrero is set down. 2 down, base is empty. So up next for Toronto, Anthony Santander. Ball 1, no strikes.
Ball 1, no strikes.
And that gets the inside corner for a strike.
1-1.
Fought off foul. 2 down, nobody on. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
The 0-1. Swung on, belted. Rodriguez racing after it. A dive, and he can't haul it in. Coming home. Throw cut off to third. The tag out. But 1 run does score in the play before the inning ends. So it's 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We played 4. It's the Blue Jays 8 and the Mariners nothing. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Gosman back to work. Outside low, ball 1.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come 1 at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
And that'll get down for a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center. The batter now, Jorge Polanco. And first offering is fouled off. In the air, right side. Barger makes the grab, 2 down.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
J.P. Crawford gets a chance to hit. That one misses, and that's ball 1. Crawford measures 6 feet 2 inches, 200 pounds, a former first-round pick back in 2013. On the ground, right side, Strong. On to first, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. 1 left for Seattle, still 8-0. This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
All right, Singy, in ballpark entertainment, you got a favorite mascot race?
Yeah, I love what they do in D.C. with the former presidents.
Somebody always gets tackled. They always get hurt.
I know, and it's just crazy. Imagine running around in those big, bulky suits, and somebody's always going to go down.
Do you remember when Tim Kirkchin ran in the sausage race in Milwaukee?
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, they used one of the kid-size ones.
You know, this isn't exactly a mascot race, but I love what they do in Atlanta with the freeze.
In the air, right field. Corrals it. 1 down.
I wanted to race the freeze at one point. I don't think my hamstrings could hold up for it now.
I feel like 5 years ago you could have handled the freeze. It would have been fun. And I would bait you into it and try and get you to train to race the freeze. And it just never materialized.
Yeah, I appreciate that you had enough confidence in me that I could beat a guy who looks like he was going to the Olympic trials at some point or another. But, yeah, it's always a great thing to watch there at Truist Park.
Would you have worn one of those bobsled outfits like the freeze wears?
Nah, they'd have been a little too revealing for me at this age.
I feel you. Makes the catch. And a couple of quick outs. And now it's Dalton Varsho. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. A gigantic blast. and they tack one on the board. It's 9-0. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot.
Base is empty with 2 away. Addison Barger next up for the Blue Jays. And first offering is fouled off. And that one is inside ball 1. That one way inside. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across. Last half of inning number 5. Yeah, that's fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Pitch misses there. Counts full, 3-2. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now 9-0. You're dialed into the show. When you in the presence of my crown, the beat drop, I won't let it hit the ground. Now you can fix your crown. Back now in Toronto. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And now it's Victor Robles up to hit. In there at the knees. Strike 1. And ball 1. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Donovan Solano getting ready to hit. That one's in there. 0-1.
Ball. That's inside.
The M's with a lot of ground to make up. And we're the top half of the 6th. Clement slings to first. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th. Julio Rodriguez up next for the Mariners. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Just missed.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why. Getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Next offering is in for a strike. That one the other way. He's got it. And that is out number 3. Mariners go down quietly there, and they're down 9-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 6th inning. And now Miles Straw. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Jays, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Whips it to first. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. That one down the line, and foul ball. Here's your 1. The shortstop takes the ball.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
And there's a strike on the outside corner. Swing and a pop-up. And there are 2 outs. Two outs, base is empty. Now the number 2 hitter, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. This one drilled to left. No doubt about it as they add on more. Gone. And Vladdy Jr. hits 1 out. His 9th homer of the year, and they add to the lead. It's 10-0. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop.
Gregory Santos taking over on the mound. He's into the game with the bases empty. Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays. Just missed.
Ball one.
Foul ball there.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
And a 1-2. To the right side. Dives and he can't hang on. The throw won't get there in time, and they don't get the out. Man at first, and next will be the cleanup hitter, George Springer. 0-1. Some activity in the Mariners bullpen. Taylor Saucedo, the lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Snyder getting loose as well. Comes up empty.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. To second, Polanco. And that is that.